Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and this is my 1991 Nissan D21 hardbody that I got for $0. I bought this truck entirely from flipping random items on Facebook Marketplace, and I love this thing, but it's a little bit rough around the edges. It definitely could use a little bit of work to make this thing actually cool. So in today's video, we're doing a budget transformation on this thing, make it into a fun little mini truck on a tight budget. So this truck is absolutely not perfect. However, it only cost me $1,800, so not a bad deal for one of these things. Exterior wise, the paint is super faded and chipping. I love the color that it used to be, but it really has changed color over the years. Really minimal rust on this thing body-wise. A little bit in the bed, but not terrible. Take a look on the inside. It is filthy. We got some busted up door handles here. It's super base model, so we got crank windows, no tachometer in here even. It's just dusty and dirty in here though. Window visors are detached. Super clean headliner, honestly, and this blue bench seat, although filthy, is in pristine shape. Taking a look under the hood here, again, it's got just about 173,000 miles on her. We have the infamous KA24 4-cylinder engine. Once again, dusty and dirty under here, but seems like it's been pretty well maintained throughout its life, and these things are basically indestructible. So that engine paired with the 5-speed manual, and it's a super lightweight single cab short bed rear wheel drive truck. It's no rocket ship, but it's fun. Exhaust just dumps out right after the cat. The old muffler completely rusted off this thing, so she's straight piped right now. We're gonna have to do something about that. But the body on this thing is really straight. Paint is not great, but there's not a dent on this. The biggest eyesore on this truck right now is the paint. Honestly, a patina look is kind of controversial. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm personally a fan. I don't think this truck can pull it off quite yet. I think the roof and the hood honestly have a pretty good look, but these fenders do not look good. They don't look like, I don't know how to say it, but like, they don't look aesthetically pleasing when it comes to their weathering. They just look chipped off. So what I'm thinking is just repaint some sections of it, keep it minimal and easy just so that we don't break the bank on this thing. Obviously just using spray paint. And then once we get all the unsightly parts body color, we will clear the whole truck, and hopefully it'll have a nice look. Not too rough anymore, but it'll still have a bit of patina look, and that'll save us a lot of money and a ton of time when it comes to having to repaint a whole car. We could do a tractor paint special on this thing, but honestly I really love this paint color, and it's gonna be a lot faster if we do it this way. So let's just try and preserve that. Main areas we're gonna focus on is this driver's fender, driver's door right here, little patches like this, part of the passenger bed side, and then this part of the passenger fender. Starting with this driver fender, we're going to take the orbital sander and 320 grit and just scuff this down so it's all smooth. Got it roughly masked off and gave it a wet and then a dry wipe. Got some color match paint from a local paint store. Let's give this a quick shoot and then move on to some other parts. That's all the big stuff done. Looking actually really good in my opinion. This is all basically one color now. All the sides, gotta take the masking off here. But whole truck is nice and blue. Took about 1.5 cans to do that. Just sprayed it all down. Gave everything a nice scuff beforehand. Looking really good. Obviously the hood and the roof aren't done yet. but I've got about a half can left, and I think this front valence right here would look really good color matched. So we're going to take this off, and hopefully we can stretch the paint to do this. If not, we'll just paint it black, but I think we got enough. There are a shocking number of bolts holding this thing on. All wiped down and scuffed. I'm going to throw some primer on it. Hitting it with a little bit of clear to give this thing a fighting chance of staying painted. Spray paint really is a magical thing. The truck is looking 10 times better already. It's a new day, and we're going to start by taking the front grille assembly out because we're going to repaint it, and then we're actually going to mask up the truck because we're going to throw some clear on this thing. On second thought, looking at these very scary 30-something-year-old clips, I think I'm just going to mask it. I don't want to break this grille. Got this thing all masked off, and we're going to hit this with the Turbo Can Gloss Clear. I've never tried this stuff out, figured it might be a good test. It honestly looks pretty good just with the paint, but if you don't put some sort of clear over this, it's going to chip off really fast. I think this stuff should last a lot longer than any of your typical wipe-on clears, and it can always be redone pretty easily. First pass, I made a pretty big mistake on this side. I was moving way too slow. I forgot how fast these things spray. So I got some pretty bad runs on this side. I cleaned up my act over here, and the coverage isn't as thick yet, but I was moving a lot faster. So it's still thin, not as glossy, but no runs. I still got a can and a half, so I'm just gonna let this dry. Hopefully I can bury that in some clear and not have to start from scratch again. But this whole side's pretty good. Not super glossy over here yet because I was moving at the right speed, but starting to look really good. Alright, final impressions with the Turbo Can Clear. It does have a shine to it. Looks pretty good from about this far away. You get up close and, I mean, I should have expected this. I'm kind of still iffy with Turbo Cans when it comes to trying to lay down a smooth finish. There's definitely a good bit of orange peel in this. It looks great, in my opinion, on the patinaed sections. Like this roof right here looks super, super good now. But the old truck's got a little bit of shine now, starting to look pretty fresh. That's looking pretty good. Got it all nice and refreshed, matching well. The front end of this truck is looking great. Now let's move on to the interior here. It is not in the best shape. Door handles are super beat up on both sides. Super, super dirty. Seat's in good condition other than one little burn hole, but it is really, really dirty. You can see that other door handle busted up over there. Both the window visors are broken off of their mounts up here. The radio works, but the tune function is really sticky. It doesn't back up at all. And all around this truck is just pretty grimy. Nothing in good detail won't save, and a couple fresh parts though. In fact, we got a set of brand new door handles right here. These are pretty cheap on eBay. I got a set of visors off a Nissan Maxima in the junkyard that I think will actually fit here. And then we'll detail this thing up. It'll hopefully look a lot better. I'm gonna start by clearing some of this old stuff out of the way. Just gonna throw it into the bed for now. 2 ice scrapers, that's a good deal. Old, new. I think that's an upgrade. Gonna get things started by just soaking everything down in some simple green. I'm gonna soak the stains in this seat in just some fabric cleaner and then use the drill brush to hopefully work some of them out and get things looking nice and clean in here. So these are the replacement visors I got. They're out of, like I said, a Maxima. I think like an 80s Maxima. But they have the exact same mounting points, and these are actually a little fancier. They are gray as opposed to the old ones that were blue, but I think they'll blend in fine. But these are a lot more plush actually, and they even have a magnetic little like makeup mirror on the passenger side, which the old ones didn't have, so you know, nice little upgrade here. Basically, the old mounting points just disintegrated off the old ones. Nissan hadn't really figured out their plastics yet at this point. These kind of just turned to dust after a while. But these are in great shape. Just 2 screws holding these in, and then we're gonna have visors again. Got the radio blown apart, and it's exactly what I expected. Someone probably just spilled something on this, I don't know, in the last 30 years. And there's just a bunch of sugar gumming this up on these buttons right here. You can kind of see it all gross on the top and in here. So we're just going to give all this a nice deep clean, put this radio back together, and then hopefully these features work again. All in all, interior came out really nicely. Just fixing the door handles alone changed a big deal, but we got nice visors in it now. Everything's all clean and wiped down. Carpets are clean, seats are clean. Got the radio tuned up a little bit. Everything is looking amazing inside this little truck now. So exhaust for this thing. Right now, it's just cut off right where the factory muffler would have been. It's not as loud as I kind of expected it to be, but it's still pretty obnoxious. I don't want to break the bank on any mufflers here. I found a cherry bomb for $20 on Marketplace. I know it's a little ignorant. We're just going to zap it on where the stock muffler would have been. Should quiet it down a little bit. Okay, moving on this thing, we had to relocate to my buddy's shop because this is a bit bigger of a job that I want to do on the gravel driveway. We are going to fix the stance on this thing. We're not going to slam it all the way on the ground, but I really think it needs a little bit of help. So we got a 3-inch Beltec lowering kit, and by kit I mean just blocks for the back because we're going to crank the torsion bars in the front. But that should drop this thing down. 3 inches is about as low as you want to go on these before it really compromises the ride quality. At least that's what I've heard. We're going to start by just throwing the lowering blocks on the back, loosening up the front torsion bars, and then we'll figure out the wheel situation on this thing. But this should give it a really nice new look and stance. Pretty simple job on these old trucks. Basically all you got to do is take these 4 U-bolt bolts off, remove the old shock. I did buy new shocks for this thing, but they never ended up shipping out, and the guy canceled my order, so you know, we're gonna run the stock ones and then just throw the blocks on top of this. The kit comes with extended U-bolts and everything. Should be a pretty simple installation, but we'll find out. Okay, bolts. Are they gonna come off? Okay, these don't seem super seized. Oh yeah, it does. There we go. Goodbye, old U-bolts.
Getting these bolts off, I will be scuffing down these wheels.
Okay. Oh, I'm in. Hey, this one's in too. There we go. Okay, yours is on.
Starting with some high build primer here.
We got these primed. We're gonna hit them with some gloss white spray paint. We're gonna go gloss white just because I think that's what's gonna complement the baby blue color on this truck the best. And the budget is not in it for this truck to get a different set of wheels, so we're just going with these stock Steelies. We'll see how these look just white. I think it's actually gonna be a good fit. So these trucks have a torsion bar front suspension, which means it's just a matter of loosening these 2 front bolts right here. I'm gonna start by just soaking them in penetrant, letting that soak for a bit, and then we're gonna loosen these. I think I'm gonna start by turning them out until there's about 1 inch of thread left right here, and then adjusting from there. And there we go. We got about, I'd say 1.25 inches of thread showing on both sides. That's just a baseline, we might need to change that up. But now it's time to throw the wheels on and actually see what the stance is and how off we are on the front compared to the back. Alright, we're going to let the front down, then we'll let the rear down, and hopefully it's somewhat level. I guess we'll find out. Alright. That looks the exact same, but we got to put down the rear and then we'll see. That's where she sits, 3 inches lower. Oh gosh, we're gonna need to cut the bump stops. Hey, it looks sick. It actually looks good. But the bump stops, we're on them. Not a lot of light right now. So it's kind of hard to see, but she's actually sitting really good. And shout out to that random dude on YouTube who said leaving 1 inch of thread was equivalent to a 3-inch drop basically for the rear, because it's sitting really nice in the front compared to the rear. I can't really give you guys a good look at it right now because I can't pull it out, but it's sitting great. Only thing we got to do, bump stops in the rear, clearance is almost none, so it's riding basically on the bump stops. So we're gonna need to cut those down. However, I'm really happy with the stance on this truck. I think the white wheels actually look great. It's super excited to see this thing in the light. Let's get these bump stops chopped down, and then we'll take a look at this thing out in the daylight tomorrow. Last tiny little detail, I'm gonna throw a little pinstripe to follow this body line right here. I think this looks really good on these trucks. This is just $8 pinstriping tape off eBay. It's really subtle, but I think it's gonna set off the body line nicely. I really feel like that just sets it off. I'm gonna finish off the rest on both sides, and then we'll get a final reveal on this thing. There you go, everybody. What a cool looking little truck. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I've always wanted to do a two-wheel drive one of these, make a little mini truck, and this truck was absolutely perfect for that project. 3-inch drop all around really helped correct the stance, but did not ruin the drivability of this thing. It was never a Cadillac before, but it's really negligible, the ride quality difference with the 3-inch drop. Doesn't look like a brand new truck, but it looks its age and presents really nicely now. I know we do a lot of controversial wheel choices on this channel, but let me know how you think the white wheels suit this thing. I think they look great. Stepping inside, interior cleaned up super well. Everything looks great in here. This truck is awesome. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you want to see how I got this truck for free, check out the video I made right before this. Let me know what you think about the finished product in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching.